Hello and welcome to today's reading. So today we are asking for messages meant to find you. You could be here wondering specific things in mind, but maybe you're just here with an open mind. And either way, I hope we can cover a few topics for you. If by chance you start a pile and it doesn't seem that it relates to you or your situations or current life at all, you can totally pick a new pile. Although I would also recommend to go into things with an open mind, because maybe this is a far off future type of outcome for you. So if it doesn't make sense now, it could make sense later. You could always save this and come back to it and see if anything happened, right? So I have 3 piles for you to choose from, and each will be represented by a different piece of jewelry. So pile number 1 will be this pair of cute little earrings. Oh, I dropped one. Pile number 2 will be this necklace. That beautiful pendant. Ooh, sorry, I'm not trying to hypnotize you. Pile number 3 is going to be this ring, which says, well, it's the Leo sign. It doesn't say Leo, but maybe you're a Leo, or you know a Leo, or you just enjoy Leos, or you enjoy rings. So go ahead and take your time, pick the pile that's calling out to you, and I will meet you there. Hello there, pile number 1. If you chose the beautiful pair of earrings, then this is going to be a reading. So what messages do you need to hear? We have the Temperance card first. Just breathe. So you could be in a situation that you feel is unbalanced and you need to bring balance to it, okay? And the first thing to do here is to breathe. So maybe focus on yourself. Maybe you're neglecting yourself with the 9 of Wands here, and you're pouring too much out of your cup into someone else's, and you need to bring some back to your cup, okay? With the 9 of Wands, that's somebody who is surrounded by wands. They have a bandage over their head because they've already been knocked over at least once, and they are visibly stressed out by their burdens here. And the thing is, these are not all your burdens. They are some other people's too. They're old ones, they're new ones, they're not yours. And so while there is always going to be something that we probably feel the need to stress out about, not all of these things are yours to carry and worry about. And so I think you're being asked to bring balance into these situations that are causing you to feel overburdened and stressed out. And with 4 of Cups, I see you maybe dissatisfied with something in your life. This card depicts contemplation. So maybe you have been perhaps even overthinking an area of your life, and you're thinking, well, I'm not really as happy as I thought I was I? You know, you're being offered a 4th cup that you're not even paying much attention to. In this card, the hand is being held out to accept the droplet there. So maybe you are coming out of that energy of the traditional tarot of like not interested at all, and maybe you're trying to accept this cup and, you know, see, well, maybe I'll be happy with this one. But yes, I just see you dissatisfied with something. It could be work, relationship, family, but whatever it is, I encourage you to review what's in the cup that's being offered to you. And maybe you can decide that it just needs a little bit more sugar, a little bit more salt, whatever it is. And what is it that's dissatisfying you, and how can you fix it? You know, go within. And then on the other half of here, we have the Sun, clarity, we have justice, balance, and we have the 5 of clouds or swords in reverse. So defeat in reverse. So I see you coming out of that stressed, you know, needing to bring balance, feeling dissatisfied, and now you're, you know, things are clear to you and you're happy and your future is bright and you have balance in the situation and you no longer feel defeated. So whatever that energy is that you're in, maybe it has been, you know, a battle that you've lost. Maybe this is even like a breakup that you haven't gotten over yet. But I see you coming out of it. Coming out of that energy, you feel balanced again. Maybe you feel like yourself again if you haven't for a long time. And yeah, you just need to focus on making sure your cup is filled and that it's filled with what you want in it, okay? But yes, I see your future being happy and bright, and clarity being given to you in whatever situation it is that you have felt stuck or defeated in. You know, you're coming out of that energy, which is wonderful. So your moon cards are New Moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive, show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius, and your commitment is being tested, full quarter moon. So with focus on the positive, I'm going to tie this into big happy changes. If you're anything like me, big changes can get exhausting after a while. We of course love happy changes, but sometimes switching our whole life around gets old. So this card is just reminding you to focus on the positive, because there is big happy changes. They might be big, but they will be happy. So don't get wrapped up in the fact that you might be seeing 555 a lot, or maybe even 999. Maybe something is ending so that something new can begin. So don't be afraid. With show the world the real you and create art over here at the end, maybe you have talents and abilities you are not sharing and you need to. Maybe you are a good singer or writer or dancer, or maybe you're a good teacher and you just have not branched out and done these things yet, and you need to. So I'm encouraging you, pile number 1, to explore your talents and abilities and share them with the world. It could bring you money. Maybe it'll just bring you happiness. But at the same time, living a disingenuous life. So maybe you're somebody who has just always been what other people want you to be. You've always just been agreeable. You've always just been, fitting into a box that's given to you. And it's time to ask for more or reveal that you are more. And then your commitment is being tested. That could be a career thing, a family thing, a friend thing, a relationship thing. So maybe your commitment in a relationship is being tested right now. Maybe that's where your dissatisfaction is stemming from. It could be less to say, you're being tempted, and more to say, are you happy? Are you where you want to be? Are you balanced with this person? So yeah, it could be your work again. Are you happy in the work that you do? Does it feel right for you? Is it something that you, enjoy doing and want to continue to do? And then we have Divine Feminine, step into your power. And this card has the number 13 on it, which maybe that number means something to you. Maybe it's somebody's birthday or your birthday, or maybe you just like that number. But this card, first of all, of course, is asking you to step into your power, step into your divine femininity. Maybe trust your intuition more if you've been neglecting your instincts and your natural knowing of things. Maybe you need to say thank you, intuition, for telling me that this person's a bad person, and just act accordingly, The number 13 is also the death card in the tarot. So maybe you are somebody who is constantly transforming. Maybe that's what this big happy change is going to be, is a death of your old self, which can be, perhaps exhausting, like we said, but it's a great thing, because you're just leaving this old layer of yourself, and you're going to come out on the other side going, I don't even remember who that person was, I would never want to be them anymore. So yes. And then we see Scorpio moon here, taboo, mystery, inheritance. First of all, maybe you can expect an inheritance in your life. That's just a little side message. But maybe you're somebody who enjoys mystery and taboo things and the occult. Maybe you have an 8th house placement. Maybe you have a Scorpio moon or somebody you know. But again, with the 13 representing the death card, we have Scorpio moon here. So I think that's just a double confirmation that maybe there is a Scorpio energy in your life that is a heavy influence of some kind. Maybe they're popping in to say hi, which brings me to your message cards of 222. I compare them to you, and I really want us. So this could be that Scorpio person, whoever it is, Scorpio moon, sun, rising, Venus, whatever. It could be them coming in to say that they have a partner and they compare them to you. They could be here to say, you know, the people I date, I compare them to you, or the people that I try to hook up with, I compare them to you. So imagine them in a club and they go up to somebody just to talk, or someone comes up to them, even, whatever. They're trying to talk to somebody. And the first thing they think is, well, their hair isn't anything like pile number one. And then they think, you know, wait, why do I think that? Why does that matter? And then they think, well, their voice is nothing like pile number one's voice. And then they think, well, why does that matter? Why am I comparing them? Why, you know? And then they'll think, you know, their job is nothing like something you would do, and their interests are nothing that you're interested in, or the things that you used to make fun of with each other, this person is that thing, and you wish like you could tell they wish they could tell pile number one, oh my God, and then she said this, and you would have laughed in her face if you were there, you know, like whatever it is. I don't know why it has to be something rude like that, but you know what I'm saying? It's like maybe this person just like passively compares other people to you, and then they have to catch themselves and they're like, why do I do that? And with the 222, I'm kind of getting this like, with the sun, maybe somebody is having some sort of clarity moment about you. You could be having one about them. Maybe your message here is you're struggling to understand why you're thinking about somebody in a certain way, and this could just be like the universe being like, look, you love them, you know. But even more so, maybe they are thinking about you, and with 222, maybe that was just like a true partnership, a really loving, true connection, you know, true love connection, I should say. And they could be coming in here to admit to you that they do compare people to you, you know, that maybe people don't compare. And so that's the problem, is nobody is quite like you. And then with I really want us, maybe that's them again telling us, I really want pile number one. I really want that partnership with them. I wanted that us, you know, I wanted us, that couple. Maybe you guys would have been a power couple together. Maybe you guys looked really cute together. Maybe you you felt, you know, 222, like a perfect pair. And so now maybe that is again your stress that you've been going through as well. Maybe that's where you've been feeling dissatisfied because you think of this person and you're dissatisfied with how things went, the connection, you know. And I see you coming into a clarity, balanced out, coming out of defeat moment. So it could be about this person or situation. You'll come out of it feeling like, you know, everything makes sense. Or, you know, maybe there's going to be balance in the situation. Maybe they're going to come in and fix it. I don't know. Maybe just the universe will show you how things are good now. I don't know. You'll have to tell me when you get there, pile number one. But yes, I do see happiness, bright futures, and just the Five of Swords in reverse coming out of defeat is just wonderful. So yeah, if you have felt defeated from a connection, I see you coming out of that. Your song cards are Crystal by Stevie Nicks. You drove me like a magnet to the sea. So that song starts, do you always trust your first initial feeling? Special knowledge holds true, you best believe it. I turned around and the water was closing all around like a glove, like the love that had finally found me. And that's when I knew. And the crystalline knowledge of you, you drove me like a magnet to the sea. And I think perhaps this person could be telling you this, that you really made them fall for you, even if you didn't try. Maybe you didn't try. Maybe this was supposed to be something casual and it ended up being super deep. You know, maybe you thought you were going to be floating on the ocean's surface and you ended up diving way down to the depths, you know. But then our next song card is Tennessee by Dreamer Boy. I just want to hold you. I don't want to slow you down. I know that you need someone to keep up. I'm the one you keep around. So Maybe that is how you felt in the connection, that you were just a placeholder, that maybe you meant less to them than they meant to you. Maybe this person feels that way. Maybe that is a misunderstanding that happened within this relationship, that they thought, you know, that they cared more and you thought you cared more, and you maybe both thought that you were just somebody fun for the meantime for each other, but now you're both realizing you both have deeper feelings or had deeper feelings, and that it's not so casual, it's not a placeholder, and it's maybe you're both in the depths even, you know. And then I almost fell down a well yesterday, Mom. I would have died. That's nice. So that's from Coraline. Maybe you have a mom or mother figure who does not give two toots about you. Sorry to say it that way, but maybe you have somebody who doesn't pay attention when you talk to them. Maybe you have someone in your life that you feel like they wouldn't care if you fell down a freaking well. It's frustrating, of course. That sounds like a very frustrating thing to go through. And yeah, maybe that could just be your message here, is that the universe cares, okay? The universe cares that you almost fell down a well. And so that's why they made sure you didn't. And maybe in this connection, it would have felt like falling down a well. I'm kind of getting, maybe you would have died. And maybe, oh my goodness, you know what I'm getting now is, if this is a connection, maybe you are telling the universe, right? Or like vice versa. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you, look, pile number one, you almost fell down a well. And you're like, and they're like, you would have died, pile number one. And you're like, that's nice, but when do I get to see this person again? Or like, why do they hurt my feelings? You know what I mean? It's like, don't you get it? It would have been way, way worse if you hadn't gotten out of there when you did, you know? So it's a good thing you didn't fall down that well, pile number one. Yeah, I think maybe, and you know what? Maybe this person is very, very deep in it. They feel very, very deeply for you, to the point where they compare everyone to you. You've kind of ruined them for other people, maybe. And because you got out when you did, because the universe stepped in when it did, maybe you are not as deep in it as this person. Maybe you even feel like you are, and you're not. Because I'm kind of just sensing all these message cards kind of point to somebody. Like I said, with the 13 on the divine or the moon witch card, I do feel like a Scorpio person is saying these things to you. They do feel very strongly for you. I mean, a Scorpio moon is a very intense placement. They feel things very, very deeply. Their emotions change them at the same time. So I think Scorpio moons are less like ever-changing emotions and more like, you know, transformative emotions. So perhaps falling in love with you changed them, and they're realizing how deep it really goes. Wow, maybe even for you, maybe this is a connection that transformed you both, and you've been feeling like perhaps both of you are in that I'm comparing people to you energy or whatever, and you're going to be getting some clarity on the situation. You're going to be coming out of defeat, and yeah, moving into a brighter, clearer, happier future with balance and justice in the situation, whatever that means for you. So yeah, whatever hard time you've been going through, you're coming out of it, pile number one. I hope you enjoyed this reading for you today. I will have many more in the future, and there's more on the page if you want to go check out some other readings. Go ahead and let me know down below what pile you chose and if it resonated. And please like, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you in a future reading. Bye-bye. And also, I want to point out at the bottom, it would be wise to move forward in a new direction. So with Eight of Cups, it's like another confirmation here that you need to move on. Because this person or people, they are purposefully holding you back. They are stunting your potential, your growth. Someone is giving too much, and it's probably you, pile number 2, and the other person realizes it and allows it. Maybe you realize it and you're the one allowing it, and you need to put a stop to it. There's abuse at home or in the workplace, and you need to get away from it now. Hopefully you're an adult and you're able to. If you're not able to get away just yet, just hold out hope and save up your pentacles to get out. But you must know that you cannot heal in a place that hurts you, okay? So your other message cards here go like this. You're in my dreams, you're my person, enemies to lovers. So I'm going to assume this is a new person than the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords could be not a relationship at all, you know, not a romantic relationship. It could be home, it could be work, it could be friends. But with enemies to lovers, I'm not getting this being an ex. I'm more so getting, especially with Ace of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles, especially with them both as the you know, start and finish here of the reading. Maybe there's somebody at work who was always your competition, who was always your quote-unquote enemy. You know, maybe you guys always had a bickering type of conversation. Maybe they always give you, you know, give you crap like, oh, I'm so gonna beat you in sales this month. I'm gonna get, you know, 10 times the sales of yours of last month or whatever. Like maybe they say weird stuff like this to you. And, you know, all this time you've thought you were really against each other, and then all of a sudden you're going to realize that, oh, you know, they have a crush on you, pile number 2, or you guys have a crush on each other, and that's why things feel so heated between you guys all the time, because it's that intense chemistry. Is it the most mature? No, but you're my person and you're in my dreams. So I think this person has been dreaming about you. They've just been like waiting for the right time for pile number 2. Maybe if this is a job that you don't enjoy and you're leaving, this person is taking this as their opportunity to finally ask you out. Like, oh, pile number 2's leaving, like it's now or never, and we're not coworkers, so, you know, I don't have to face them if they say no, and we don't have to sign a sexual harassment form if, you know, if we were to stay here and date or whatever. So, you know, I don't know. You never know, pile number 2, but I'm seeing somebody coming in, and it could be someone that you thought was potentially not your buddy, but that's because they're your lover. And then your movie quote is from the Mindy Project with Mindy Kaling. It's, my body is very attracted to your body, but whenever you speak, my brain gets angry. So that could be this person who you're going to be having a relationship with. Maybe they always say things that piss you off. Maybe they say things on purpose to piss you off, you know, especially, like I said, if it's a coworker that you're in a sales position against and you guys are, you know, held at competitive salaries or something. Maybe they always say something that pisses you off and you're like, this person is so hot. If they weren't so freaking annoying and my coworker that I freaking hate, then maybe I would think that they're cute in another, you know, situation. But you might be seeing them like that. That might actually happen for you here, pile number 2, just saying. So what messages did you need to hear today that you are on your way to being abundant, independent, stable, all on your own? You're going to come out of your heartbreak energy. It's difficult to move on from heartbreak, but you are on your way to doing it. With the Magician card, you are being called to hone your manifestation abilities, and you need to focus on the details and decide what it is you want out of life. If you want a job that pays you 6 figures, you need to request that. If you want a home with a pool and a yard for all your kids and dogs to run around in, and a beautiful garden already established or whatever, you need to say so and say, universe, give me this. And then you will find that you are triumphant. Then you will have the perhaps have the confidence to move out of your difficult situation with the Eight of Cups and go towards your brighter horizon here. And lastly, with the Ace of Cups, you have a new beginning on the way to you, a stable, steady new offer. Perhaps this is the seed to your Nine of Pentacles. Perhaps this is the seed to your person here. You know, enemies to lovers. It could be somebody from work. I'm strongly getting that here. So pile number 2, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what pile you chose and what resonated for you the most. And do me a favor and share it with any friends of yours that enjoy tarot readings as well. Maybe there's a message in one of these piles for them. And I really do hope to see you in a future reading. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Pile number 3. If you chose the Leo engraved ring, then this is going to be your reading. So I've just decided I'm officially calling this reading Positive Messages because all of these readings have been so positive. Yeah, I mean, I'm barely glimpsing at yours and I already see so many good things. So let's go ahead and get started. With the Chariot here, you have a message on its way to you, okay? Perhaps you're somebody who wants to deliver a message, but more so, I'm sensing there's a message on the way to you. And there are steps to receiving this message, okay? Number 1 here with Wheel of Fortune, there's a cycle perhaps that you're going through and it's been difficult. And with 7 of Wands, you are holding your position. You are, you know, you're fighting, you're on top, you know, you've made it to the top of the cliff here or whatever, but you are fighting back these other guys still. So you are defending your position. And with the Magician here, you are manifesting this outcome that you want, which, what is that? I can see it's the 6 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. You're manifesting this beautiful partnership, the perfect partnership, you being triumphant, you being able to say, look at me, I did it, and you're getting there. But in order to do that, you have to first get through the cycle that you're in. And hopefully these other cards will help me to see what this cycle is. But with the Chariot, right, you probably want someone to come in and ask you out. You want someone else to bring this message to you. And so you first just have to get through a cycle, defend your position. So that could mean, you know, letting someone know that you do indeed like them. Maybe you feel like there's competition between you and 6 other people for one person. And maybe you're trying to manifest that partnership with this particular person. Is this going to be the person you have in mind? I'm not sure, but I do see you coming out on top with a partnership of some kind. I already want to move on to your oracle cards so that we can kind of go back and forth here. Your first moon card is Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio. And then you have Full Moon in Pisces, Forgive. So this could be that cycle. Maybe you're in a cycle of working through your fears right now. Maybe it is that you want the other person to say it first. You want them to admit their feelings. Maybe you know that you and this person are like on the brink of something, but neither one of you will cross that line, and you want them to do it, and you feel like maybe you're going to have to do it. Okay. And perhaps you will. Okay. And working through your fears, you know, it could be scary to be the one to speak your feelings. I've done it. It's scary, but at least you get to say, you know, I did it. And if you have a really good feeling that this person likes you back, you know, it's not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous. Who says one person should and one person shouldn't have to? There's always the possibility that either party could be the one to say, by the way, I'm into you and I want to go out, you know? I see that you're really manifesting them coming forward, but I think more so what you don't realize is you've been manifesting the outcome, which is great because we should focus on the outcome. But just like I told pile number 2, when you're manifesting things, you need to be very specific with details. So if you keep saying, I want a relationship with this person, I want to come out with that 2 of Cups with them, and you're not specifying that you want them to be the ones to ask you out, then maybe you're the one that has to ask them out. And maybe they'll say yes, but you still have to be the one to do the scary part, which is going out on a limb and admitting your feelings. But with full moon in Pisces, forgive, perhaps, that has to do with the cycle, the Wheel of Fortune card. Maybe there's somebody here that you need to forgive. Maybe that's where the 7 of Wands comes from. Maybe you've been casually seeing somebody, or you've been interested in somebody, but they have been seeing other people, and maybe you're upset and you don't want to be with this person because they're not like you, in that you would rather be single until they're ready, and they would rather date around until they're ready, and you need to hold your boundaries if that's how you feel and you feel strongly about that. But I see the 2 of Cups. I see the 6 of Wands. So even if you don't end up manifesting the partnership with the person that you thought you wanted, I see you coming out on top with a beautiful 2 of Cups, equal give and take partnership. Maybe you just have someone that you need to forgive. It might not even be a romantic thing. Maybe you need to forgive yourself for not going after the things you wanted in the past. Maybe you go after this person, it works out, and then you have to forgive yourself for all the wasted time, okay? Maybe you need to forgive your first heartbreak, who made it difficult for you to move on to your perfect person here. Maybe you need to forgive your friend for getting in the way, but this card is asking you to forgive. So wherever it is in your life that you feel like you need to, show some forgiveness, we're encouraging you to do so. Your self-care card is Dream Journal. Are you sleeping? Perhaps you're having issues sleeping, and maybe you need to start writing down what you've been dreaming about. Maybe you need to write down what you wake up and start thinking about when you can't sleep, okay? Maybe you need to just write when you can't sleep. Just write a poem. Just write, I don't know, maybe doodle. But when you can't sleep, maybe avoid your phone, avoid screens in general. Don't turn on the TV. If you're going to play music, make sure it's soft. Make sure there's no lights in your face. I know this says dream journal, but maybe you also need to read, okay, and help you sleep. Maybe you've been having some strange dreams and you need to start taking note of them. Maybe you have dreams and a few days or weeks later, they come to fruition, or something from them applies to whatever's happening, and you need to start writing it down so that you can draw connect those dots. Your angel card is saying wait. So with the Chariot, maybe you are rushing in excited about something, and you're having a difficult time not, bursting at the seams with this thing that you want to say or share or do. Your angels are telling you to wait. So whatever extreme you're thinking, quitting, asking someone out, breaking up with someone, whatever, marrying someone, only if this is a spur of the moment thing. If you've been planning on getting married for months, or years, whatever, this is not for you. But if you're rushing into something or a decision, your angels are just asking you to wait, think it over a little bit longer. So let's move on to some of your message cards. You got rose quartz, love, love, love. So what did I tell you? You have good stuff coming in. I think there's just a cycle you have to finish out, a cycle that has you defending your place. But once you're out of there, you're able to manifest this beautiful partnership. And with rose quartz, love, 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 I think it's going to be sweet, beautiful. It's going to be very like first love, just that feeling of being young and falling for someone maybe that you didn't even expect to, and it kind of surprises you. But you have I'm ready and I am in love with you. So this person that you want or that you're manifesting, you might not even know them yet, but they are ready for you. and they will be so in love with you if they're not already. And you will be in love with them. And they think you're so perfect and they don't want you to argue with them, okay? So sometimes it's overwhelming when somebody says that we're perfect, because we know that we're not perfect. But this person just thinks everything about you is exactly what they could have asked for in somebody else. You know, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're funny, you're, you know, maybe you're creative, you're talented. So this person loves all the things about you and does not want you to argue with them about it because they decided. So your quote card is, I want to be part of your world by the Little Mermaid. So this could be somebody who has been on the outside looking in and wanting to be a part of pile number 3's life. And maybe you don't see them that way. Maybe you've kind of overlooked them for a long time. Maybe you know that somebody is into you, and you've been, you know, with the Chariot waiting for them to make the first move, but they're looking at you like, please let me in, please let me in, you know. So are you going to let them in, or, you know, what are you going to do here? And then you have I Do It All Again by Corinne Bailey Rae. You're searching for something I know won't make you happy. It's terrifying, life through the darkness, and I do it all again. And my description is realizing you're in love after the fact. Oh, and Juna by Clairo, You Know Me. That song is so good, you guys. If you haven't heard either of these songs, they're wonderful. But yes, for I Do It All Again, maybe this is somebody that maybe you had a false start with them, is what I'm seeing all of a sudden. That with the Chariot, maybe you rushed in too quickly. You got a little bit too excited. It ended up just being a cycle for you that you weren't prepared for. You know, maybe it was just a cycle in your life to wake you up, you know, make you realize something about yourself, which could be you have new views perhaps that you're defending now. Maybe you're in this defensive, like, you know, it's wrong to make everyone wear paper bags on their heads. Like, I've lived my whole life with you guys convincing me that this is the way life is supposed to be, but it's wrong. And I know that now, and I believe that, and that's how I feel. And so maybe you're just in that cycle of defending your stance in life. And you're soon going to be able to manifest that person. Perhaps it was the person with a false start. Maybe your whole life goal has just been finding that perfect relationship, and you're wondering when it's finally going to come in. And unfortunately, you have a few cycles to go through, it looks like. But all you have to do is defend your ground, defend your side here, protect your beliefs. And yeah, maybe this person, you know, realizing you're in love after the fact, maybe you realized after something happened that you had bigger feelings. And so now you're like, wait, trying to defend the connection of what it was. And with the Magician, you can manifest that 2 of Cups and that 6 of Wands with you being triumphant. But you have to be specific with what you want, and you have to forgive, and you have to work through your fears. Your Moon Witch card is Connect to Earth. I skipped right over that. I didn't mean to. Connect to Earth. So maybe you have been too in the clouds, worrying in your head. There's actually no Swords cards here, is there? Only 2 wand cards, but I'm noticing how the Magician has his wand, of course, so it's almost like having 3 wand cards, and the Chariot has a wand as well, so it's almost like having 4. So yes, who picked the Leo ring? Are you a Leo? Let me know below if you're a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever it is. I am a Leo rising, and let me tell you, people are crazy. Your Leo placements really bother people sometimes, don't they? Let me know about that down below as well. But yeah, you need to connect to Earth. So maybe you need to ground yourself, stabilize, work on your abundance is what I'm hearing too. Work on your pentacles here. Maybe you literally just need to go for a walk outside, go to the beach, go to the park, You know, just go enjoy the sun, go enjoy the grass. Just be barefoot in the elements so that you can soak up some of Mother Nature's goodness, you know. I want to go back to Juna by Claro real quick. The chorus goes, you know me, and I just might know you too. So this person, perhaps, maybe they could be telling you, you know me better than I know you, or you're telling them, you know me better than I know you. So this could be somebody that has been more interested in you. You know, they think you're perfect. So perhaps they put you on a bit of a pedestal. And so I think that's also a reason to ground yourself, because if someone's going to build you up like this, you need to be stable. You know, don't get too up in the clouds where they're trying to carry you on up there, and that's very sweet. But with the Juna card, I'm sensing that maybe you guys don't 100% know each other just yet. You're getting to know each other, okay? So maybe that's the wait card. Don't rush into this new connection with everything. Allow yourself to feel it out. The Chariot at the very beginning, every first card that I've gotten for these piles has told me, like, this is what you want, but this is the end card. This is how you can get to that point, right? This is the outcome you want. This is what you're like, you know, your energy right now is pushing towards, or what the universe is asking you to do, which is deliver a message, and a message of love. Let this person know how you feel, but also maybe wait for the right time, or wait until the opportunity presents itself. Maybe you don't have to wait for them to be the one to confess first, but you need to wait for them to show that they are ready to receive this. You don't want to freak anyone out, because that'll freak you out, you know, and then now everyone's freaked out, you know. So, ooh, okay. Pile number 3, you have a partnership on the way to you. That is what the universe wants you to know. They want you to know that you're just going through a cycle or 2 or 3 right now. You have to defend your position, or maybe you feel that you have to, but you are going to be able to manifest a triumphant outcome, a beautiful partnership, an equal balance. You need to forgive and work through fears. You need to wait, not rush in too quickly. You need to ground yourself. But you have wonderful things and a wonderful person on the way who, it could be somebody who was a false start for you, and you both realized after it was a little too late that you guys loved each other. It happens, kind of romantic in a really messed up kind of way. But I do see beautiful things coming in for you, and you just have to defend your position, okay? Don't be defensive, you know, but defend your place. I don't believe that we should wear bags on our heads. I think we should be bag free, you know, whatever it is that you believe. If you believe that, you know, your place in a relationship should look like a certain thing, then you need to make sure that this person knows that, okay? Explain the kind of thing that you expect in life, in the relationship, out of work, whatever. Pile number 3, I wish you luck. This is a wonderful spread. You have great things coming towards you, and I hope that you come back and let me know about that relationship when it comes to fruition. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to ask that you please share this with any friends of yours that might enjoy tarot readings. Go ahead and subscribe so I can see you in the future. Like this video if you did enjoy it, and let me know down below what pile you chose, what resonated, and again, I do want to know about that relationship. You know I'm nosy, so I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for being here, and bye-bye.